Alrighty. We had some fantastic internet issues. Gotta love that. But I think we're back and I, we're loading everything up right now. So I'm reopening up DaVinci Resolve. All right. All right, we're back. Yes? Sweet. Okay, let's get reset here. All right. Thank you for your patience as we kind of get situated back here again. And this is recording, so I will definitely make this a little more cohesive when I chop this up. So be on the lookout for this video a little bit more polished on LinkedIn and my website, kristiangolick.com. I'll make sure that gets taken care of after this stream. So let's kind of go back to where we were. So we have our interview timeline. And then we have the main video timeline. Two different timelines. The main video timeline is blank, or started out blank. And we took this talking bit, copy and pasted it into this timeline, because that was a very good talking bit. Now let's go to the next bit and play this back. And I'll put cut here just so we know where we started.
Snowscapes offers 24-hour emergency tree removals, especially when they're dangerous. We ask the homeowners not to touch the tree. It's a very dangerous scenario to be involved, but using the cranes and other heavy equipment that we have, we can do it much safely, and we offer 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service.
Okay. Well, I think that was good, but my speakers aren't working. So let's figure out what this issue is now. Oh man. All right. So let's figure this out. We're going to go back to our screen here. And so the fun part about live is you never know what's going to happen. I feel like that's the most generic thing to say when there's a technical difficulty, but it is true. So let's do routing audio. Make sure that's set in place. All right, I think we should be in business starting.
Scenario to be involved,
Nope.
but using the cranes and other heavy equipment that we have, we can do it much safely.
It's funny because
and we offer
you
24
guys
hours.
Can hear it and I can't. And I don't know why that is. And that's a tad bit problematic. Let me check one more setting. All right, let's try this.
Tree removals.
There we go. All right, we're back. We're back in business here. Okay. So let's preview this clip one more time now that I can hear it.
Snowscapes offers 24-hour emergency tree removals, especially when they're dangerous. We ask the homeowners not to touch the tree. It's a very dangerous scenario to be involved, but using the cranes and other heavy equipment that we have, we can do it much safely, and we offer 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service.
So that clip was definitely informational. I think it sounded a little bit similar to the first clip. And here's also what I do personally when it comes to interviewing clients and interviewing people on screen is I ask very similar questions all in a row. And I do get similar answers, but I get variations. I get variations of answers because you just never know what is going to flow the best in the edit. So when you're on location, when you're filming, it's really good to get that variety of questions and variety of answers to those questions so that when it comes time for the edit, you have multiple takes to choose from that are all, they all have the message, but they all just sound a little different. And you can pick which one fits best for the edit. So that's what we have here. So this was a decent clip, but I think I'm gonna pass and check out the next one. And I'm just gonna put a cut.
Response time is very important in an emergency. If there's damage to the house and it's raining or there's more storms coming, if we get in there as fast as possible to get the tree removed, if it is on top of the dwelling or anything else, that we can help you get your roof covered up to prevent further water damage or anything else. Or if the tree impedes access to your residence and you can't get out of your driveway, you have to get to work, all of those items we take into account to help you go about maintaining your normal living.
So I do like some of that. So I'm just going to take this little clip, this speech, and copy it, go over to our main timeline. And I just like to put little spaces in between each one because I'm going to do more editing here. But in the meantime, let's check this one out.
If time permits and it can be done safely, absolutely. If the second phase of the storm is coming and there's more storms and there's risk involved, we'll wait until the risk is out if there's more lightning, but then we can start work right away.
Yeah, I think that is similar to the last clip. So I think I'm going to pass on that one. And if I can recall correctly, I think this was just talk between him and I, not an actual video clip. So let's move on to this one.
Snowscapes offers full service to any residential or commercial and municipalities. We offer the same great service to all customers, no matter which aspect it would be. If it's commercial, residential, municipal, industrial, tree work is all the same and all customers get the same customer service.
All right, that's a great clip. Definitely want that. Copy and paste. And I think I remember we did this question a couple times.
There's no difference between commercial and residential tree removal. We work with the customer and the people for the best outcome. So there's no difference to us if it's commercial, residential, municipal. It's all about taking care of the customer.
Yeah, very similar. Let's listen to one more. I think we did this 3 times.
Dead trees are very dangerous. The problem is that you start to have branches fall.
Okay, maybe not. That is a different topic. So I like this one as well. So I'll put it here but we also have to compare. So these two clips are pretty much identical. He's saying the same thing, just two different ways. So we have three options. Option 1, we do this one. Option 2, we use this one. Or option 3 is we take the best part of this and the best part of this and put them together. And I do like the way he starts this clip out. Let's listen to this one more time.
Snowscapes offers full service to any residential or commercial and municipalities. We offer the same great service to all customers.
So there's a nice natural break that he took to take a breath. I like the way he delivered this one, this first half. And let's see here.
The best outcome. So there's no difference to us if it's commercial, residential, municipal. It's all about taking care of the customer.
I like that. All about taking care of the customer. I just want to use this. So now we take this away, take that away. So this is from take 1, this is from take 2. But cut the end off of the first and the beginning off of the second, line these two up.
Snowscapes offers full service to any residential or commercial and municipalities. We offer the same great service to all customers. There's no difference to us if it's commercial, residential, municipal. It's all about taking care of the customer.
I think that's a really nice clip and a really nice sound bite. He did it twice, but we took the best from each take, put it together, and now we have, in my opinion, the best take of all. And that is going to be really nice to use in the edit. So for the sake of this live stream, I know this video edit is going to take much longer than an hour. And we have even a little less than an hour because of technical difficulties. So what I'm actually going to do here is start piecing this together. I have more interview to go through for sure, but I want to start adding B-roll. So first, let's just take a listen one more time.
Tree removal can be done in many different ways. It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower trees down with ropes, or they can just trim it, let the branches fall to the ground. Or you can use a crane. You can secure the tree safely, cut it off and set it on the ground, either if it's over top of a building, or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want to damage the blacktop. So it's a much safer way to do it without damaging the area around the tree.
So right there, he talked about a ton of great visuals. He talked about a crane. He talked about a climber going up on a tree. He talked about just trimming branches off. He talked about so many different types of tree removal. What I want to do is I want to show each type of method that he's talking about, and we have that with our B-roll. So the difference between B-roll and A-roll is this interview here of the owner on screen. B-roll is the footage that goes over top of the A-roll to show what he's talking about. So this is perfect because he's very visual, and we have the visuals to support that. So let's find our first clip of B-roll.
Tree removal can be done in many different ways. It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower.
A climber that climbs into the tree. All right. I bet we can find that. Just so happens right here. We have a shot of a climber. Getting lifted up. So I'm just going to take just this bit, this little highlighted section here. We have a whole clip, but we're just going to take this bit and place it roughly on the edit on the layer above, the A-roll.
Many different ways. It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower trees down with ropes.
So we have that. What else does he talk about?
Or they can just trim it, let the branches fall to the ground.
Trimming branches that fall to the ground. Now the question is, do I have a clip of that? And I might. I know the job was primarily based on the crane. But we could definitely use a clip like this. Because that very much articulates the trimming branches off of a tree. Let's play that back one more time.
Tree removal can be done in many different ways. It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower trees down with ropes, or they can just trim it, let the branches fall to the ground. Or you can use a crane. You can secure the tree safely, cut it off and set it on the ground.
So use a crane to secure a tree. Well, we definitely have clips of that. So here's our crane lowering the tree to the ground.
Ways. It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower trees down with ropes, or they can just trim it, let the branches fall to the ground. Or you can use a crane. You can secure the tree safely, cut it off.
So this clip is a little long, I think, because I try and keep the clips very timely with what he's saying. That way it all makes sense. So then he proceeds to say, lower the tree down, which I might want to use a different clip. Yeah, maybe use this one. Here we go. So that's a great clip that we can use.
It could be done with a climber that climbs into the tree. They lower trees down with ropes, or they can just trim it, let the branches fall to the ground. Or you can use a crane. You can secure the tree safely, cut it off and set it on the ground, either if it's over top of a building, or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want.
So I think that works, and this is real rough. The whole process of editing is you lay out the dialogue, you lay out the A-roll, you find clips, the B-roll, you find B-roll to put on top of it to show the visual, and you kind of just keep going, and you find a nice clip of A-roll, and then you find some nice clips of B-roll to put on top of the A-roll. And then once you have a timeline, once you have pretty much everything laid out generally, or what's called a rough cut, then you can go in and fine tune and really trim the clips, maybe half a second early, or extend it half a second or a second later, just playing around with the timing so that when you watch the video back, it feels very natural. So at this point, I'm not there yet. At this point, I'm just staging. I'm doing my rough cut. I am just putting things on the timeline to get a general feel. Once I have all that done, then I'm going to go in and fine tune based on the overall feel of the video. So I'm going to continue with the staging, with the rough cut of the B-roll. And this looks good, but now I want to change up my shots because I have, okay, chainsaw, and it's all pretty, we're up close in the action, which is great. But he's talking about moving a tree over the blacktop. Well, I want to show that. I want to see what we have here. Now I know I have some good drone shots in the can, like this one. I know that I'm going to be able to show the tree moving over the blacktop with the crane. I knew I had that shot. I remember it because it was a really cool shot that we did on Monday. I know I have that. So we're going to use it. Now, this is a really long clip. I mean, compared to these B-roll clips, like these are relatively short. This is way too long. So, but it looks good. So like, I just wanted to play, put it on there. But now let's play it back.
It's over top of a building, or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want to damage the blacktop. So it's a much safer way to do it without damaging the area around the tree. If you're over landscaping over a house, over a patio or a pool, that way.
So at this point, does this shot work with everything he's saying? Yes. Having this nice shot of the tree moving over the blacktop, pretty much proving exactly what he's saying, how safe it is, it works. However, if I'm watching a 15-second shot of a crane just slowly moving a tree across the blacktop, does it make sense? Yes. Does it get boring? Also, yes. So as good as this shot is, I'm going to have to trim it a lot and mix in some other shots. So let's see what that looks like.
Or today we're over top.
All right. So I want to cut. I want to take the part where we see the tree being like disconnected from the base.
Or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want to damage the blacktop. So it's a much.
So sadly, that's all I'm using for this cool shot. All I'm using is because then I know I have of the tree coming down wherever it is. Yeah. Now these are two different shots. These are two different locations. This isn't even the same tree, but for the sake of the video, it all kind of works. So let's see. Yeah, let's get a tilt down. Let's use that a little bit. Pretty sure I was getting a little scared because that tree was getting real close to me as I was filming. Now let's look at this.
Or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want to damage the blacktop, so it's a much safer way to do it without damaging the area around the tree.
Yeah, I think that works. That works really nicely. So now this is what I'm about to do here is a little I'm jumping the gun. I'm doing something that you wouldn't have to do. One, you might not have to do at all, but two, if you do have to do it, something that you do at the very end, and that is color correction or color grading. And I'm doing this now because I'm mixing two different cameras that don't look the same, but I'm mixing them together so that it looks seamless and cohesive. And right now it does not look seamless and cohesive because the colors are so drastically different. So I'm going to go in and just mildly color correct just to make it feel a little more seamless for the edit for my sake, because as I'm playing this back, if I see something that's jarring, it's going to like impede my ability to get a general sense of the edit, if that makes sense. I know this will work, but if I see something like too contrasting, it throws me off. So this is just my style, what I like to do, but you know, to each his own, I suppose. So this shot, the drone shot, looks really nice. I mean, we have that golden sunlight. It's nice and contrasted and saturated. And this shot is also a really nice shot, but it's very flat. Not a lot of contrast, not a lot of saturation, and it looks very, very different. I mean, look at these two shots side by side. So I want to make this one look a little nicer. So I'm going to hop into the color tab. And this is where DaVinci gets very, very complex, I will admit. If you don't have to color correct, don't. Because it's a lot to handle. I'm still a beginner. This is the program that Hollywood uses. So it's very powerful, but also very intimidating. So I am just going to do some very basic color correction. I'm going to add some contrast. A little saturation. I don't want to clip, but I might have to. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. Control Z. And maybe I'll cool this off a little bit because it seems a little too warm. Okay. I mean, this is real quick down and dirty. But now comparing this shot, this shot to that shot looks a lot nicer when I play it back.
Over top of a building, or today we're over top of the roadway that they don't want to damage the blacktop, so it's a much safer way to do it without damaging the area around the tree. If you're over landscaping over a house, over a patio or a pool, that way the stuff's not falling down inside the pool or whatever.
So yeah, that feels a lot more natural just for me editing. When I'm all done, I will fine tune the color, but for now I just like adding that little bit of finesse, little contrast, little saturation, just to make my life easier. And so realistically, this is what I would continue to do, is I have my clips of A-roll, I have my talking bits, and then I have my clips of B-roll, the visual bits. And I just lay piece by piece over the A-roll to support what he's talking about. And I would do this until I have, maybe about 3 minutes, 4 minutes worth of a good video that conveys all the information that my client needs to convey to his customers. So, since this is definitely an overview video, what I want to do is show you the hero shot. So, what is the hero shot? The hero shot is the most memorable visual, the most, for lack of a better term, badass shot in the video that is just going to make people go wow, or really just capture attention. So the hero shot for what we're doing is going to most likely be the call to action, the ending, the call us for a free estimate, free quote. And I have that in A roll, but then I'm going to overlay the hero shot as B roll. So let's bring that up. And here's the hero shot. So I had it on drone. And we are going to show the truck driving off into the distance. So we got the logo, we have the chipper, we have, the big boys, the big guns in all its glory as it's driving off into the distance to the next job. So what I would do is I have that shot. Let's find the call to action, which we did at the very end of our interview.
All right. Please contact Snowscapes by phone, text, email, or visit our website at snowscapeslv.com to schedule your free estimate and consultation today.
Not ideal sound conditions. I mean, they were working, so it makes sense, but, is what it is.
Please contact Snowscapes by phone, text, email, or visit our website to schedule a free estimate today.
So let's go with that. We have a couple different takes, but I'm just going to use this one for the sake of this live example. So I've got copied, main video, paste. So we have our shot driving off into the distance.
Yep. Please.
Oh, we started that clip a little early. There we go.
Please contact Snowscapes by phone, text, email, or visit our website to schedule a free estimate today.
So right now, that looks kind of weird, but this is what we're going to do. At this point, the truck has passed with the logo, and now it's going off into the distance. This is where it gets kind of cool. What we're going to do here is go into our video effects and search blur. There we go. Gaussian blur. I'm going to apply it to this clip. So what that does is it blurs the video clip. Now, do we want this video clip blurry? Not yet. Like this would look, you know, that looks weird. But what we're going to do here is we're going to keyframe. We're going to keyframe a little transition. So we're going to basically have no blur, and then it goes into a blur. And I can actually show you. I can show you what that looks like. Perhaps, maybe not. So it's in focus,
Please
and then it goes into blur.
contact Snowscapes by phone, text, email, or visit our website to schedule.
And at this point, what we would do is add in some text. So let's do a little nice animation. And DaVinci has a lot of nice fade on. Yeah, let's go with this one for now. So now we have a blurred background. We have text, call today for a free estimate. And we will definitely be fine-tuning the way this kind of looks. The spacing is a little off, and that's too big. Yeah, the spacing's a little off. So I definitely would want to fine-tune this. But the idea of this being the hero shot, and we'll have music as well in the background, is, let's play that back. We have our truck going into the distance.
Please contact Snowscapes by phone, text, email, or visit our website to schedule a free estimate today.
And that playback was a little choppy because we're adding on more animations and whatnot. But once it all renders out, once it loads up, it'll look very fluid and nice. So it's kind of the pains of the staging phase of editing, is sometimes it gets a little laggy and doesn't play back all the way. But that's how I would end the video and have a nice, music fade out, nice, powerful call to action, nice hero shot of the truck driving into the distance with the logo and everything. And this is for a live stream demonstration. This is how I would stage and edit. And then once it's all fully staged, I'd go in and fine tune to make sure it all looks and feels right and seamless. And we didn't get into music, which is a whole other topic, because music is not as easy as it seems. But I will be adding music to this once I have, again, that layout laid out, that rough edit, the staging of this video. So once I have this all set up, then I'll go into my music, find music for this, and then start the fine-tuning process. It's a lot at times, but if you know what your end goal is, if you know what you want the video to look like while you're shooting, then you can set up what you're shooting to be as easy as possible for the edit, and therefore easy as possible for the final video. So this is just a little glimpse into the editing process. Hopefully it shows you a little bit of like the thought process for a basic video, and maybe if you plan to edit your own videos that you shoot, when you shoot, you can try a few things to make the edit process easier, like making sure you have 5 seconds of good B-roll per clip. That way, in editing, you can take your 5 seconds, overlay it on the A-roll, and it works really well. Things like adding pauses for the A-roll so that you have some room to cut. It's things like that that really make the shooting process and editing process easier so that you can make higher quality videos that are much less painful to edit together, and ultimately you'll have a library of better quality videos. So we are a little past 1 o'clock. I appreciate everyone who stayed on despite the technical internet difficulties. It is what it is. But I will have the recording available at kristiangolick.com as well as LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Kristian Golick. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at kristiangolick.com. You can hit me up on the contact form. And if you have any questions in regards to editing, let me know. Or really anything else in general, video related. But in this case, if you have any editing questions about DaVinci or whatever program you want to use, let me know at kristiangolick.com. And yeah, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care.